Hello there, I'm Tim Kern, half a finance couple, and welcome to 2 Minute Tuesdays with Tim, where we look to infuse financial planning with just a little bit of common sense. Today, I want to talk about something that the Wall Street Journal highlighted this morning. I want to talk about how you really shouldn't believe everything that you see. What you see out there may not necessarily be representative of what's happening in the markets. What am I talking about? Right now, the NASDAQ composite is down roughly about 10% from its highs. Interestingly enough, though, about 39% of the actual companies that make up that index are down by over 50% from their highs. So when people start going, oh, the index is down 10%, the reality is some stocks are doing much better than that, quite frankly, in keeping the index afloat. But a good number of them, 39% of the stocks within that index, are down well over 50%. When's the last time I've seen something like this? There's that great saying that history doesn't repeat itself, but it does rhyme. This is very, very reminiscent of 1997, even more so, 1998. I remember, and this shows my age, I've been doing this well over 25 years, but I remember in 1998 when the indexes were doing really well, yet the individual component stocks were suffering badly. And people said, oh, geez, yeah, then the market crashed. No, the market pretty much went straight up for another couple of years. We knew, you got to take this with a grain of salt, but back in 1998, the firm that I worked with, we were all talking about how the markets were overvalued, but we also were smart enough to admit we don't know where it's going to go. Same as today. The markets, we believe, are tremendously overvalued. I think, quite frankly, are in a bubble. However, I, for the short term, whether this is a week, a month, a couple more years, 2, 3, 4, 5 more years, nobody knows. I'm actually pretty optimistic. I think there's all this liquidity that's going to keep the market going up. But the longer this goes on, the longer the bubble inflates, the worse it'll be. In 1998, it inflated for another 2 years until it crashed. So, word to the wise is just be careful. In good times and bad, it makes sense to get ready for good times and bad. Thanks for joining us. Please share this video with your friends. If you'd like a copy of my January newsletter where we talk about a review of 2021 and a preview of 2022, please send an email to thefinancecouple@lpl.com. And as always, please mind your state of mind. Take care.